We are going to solve problem number 76 on page 589 in your AP Stats book. And this is study more for one sample t-test for means. Study more. A student group claims that first-year students at a university study 2.5 hours per night during the school week. A skeptic suspects that they study less than that on average. He takes a random sample of 30 first-year students and finds that X bar equals 137 minutes and the standard deviation equals 45 minutes. A graph of the data shows no outliers, but some skewedness. Carry out an appropriate significance test at the 5% significance level. What conclusion do you draw? First, we have to state the null and alternative hypothesis. The null hypothesis is 150 minutes because we had to convert the 2.5 hours into minutes. And the alternative hypothesis as that the mu will be less than 150 minutes. Mu equals the average minutes per night students study during the school week. And if all the conditions are met, you are able to do a one-sample t-test. For the plan, you have to check that all conditions are met. For random, it's stated in the problem that he takes a random sample, so you can write that down. For independent, you take 30 times 10, which equals 300, and that is smaller than all first-year students who study during the school week at a university. Therefore, we assume independence. Normal, this is stated in the problem as well, as the graph has no outliers but slight skewness. Therefore, we assume normal. If all these work, then we say that all conditions are checked. To do the problem, you have to keep in mind what the sample originally was, which was 137 minutes, and the standard deviation was 45 minutes. You also have to check the degrees of freedom, which is your sample size minus 1. In this case is 29. To do this problem, you have to find t. So you take the 137 minus 150 divided by 45, which is the standard deviation, and take the 45 divided by the square root of your sample, which is 30. Doing this on your calculator, you get negative 1.58231. Now to find your p-value, you type in your calculator t_CDF, parentheses, negative infinity, or if your calculator doesn't take infinity, just do negative a very large number, comma, negative 1.58231, which is your t-value, comma, 29, which is your degrees of freedom, end parentheses. And you press the enter button, and you should get a p-value of 0.062213. And you must now keep in mind to use alpha level of 0.05, which is 5% significance level. Now the last part is your conclusion. For the conclusion for this problem, it is based on the p-value of 0.062213, which is bigger than our significance value of 0.05. We do not have enough evidence, so we fail to reject the null hypothesis that the average study time is 150 minutes or 2.5 hours. In the conclusion, it is important to remember to include the context and answer any more questions that the problem may have asked. Good luck with all your other significance tests.